15 secret ways cats show devotion. Cats have a reputation for being mysterious, aloof, and even a little standoffish. But the truth is, these enigmatic creatures have their own secret language of love, one that most humans completely miss. While dogs may wag their tails and leap into your arms, cats show devotion in subtle, almost hidden ways. Today, we're revealing 15 secret signs that your cat is deeply attached to you. These aren't the usual things like kneading or purring. We're diving into the lesser-known behaviors that reveal your cat's heart. And trust me, number 7 is so surprising that once you notice it, you'll never see your cat the same way again. 15. The silent stare exchange. When a cat fixes its gaze on you and simply holds it without blinking, most people assume it's a sign of dominance or suspicion. But in certain contexts, this long, unbroken stare is actually one of the highest compliments a cat can give. In the wild, cats only lock eyes with companions they fully trust, because holding still makes them vulnerable. If your cat calmly watches you, almost as if memorizing your face, they're silently saying, "You are my safe place." The key difference here is posture. Their body will remain loose, paws tucked comfortably, tail still. When you notice this moment, resist the urge to look away or move suddenly. Instead, keep your breathing slow and allow the connection to linger. It's like sharing a private wordless conversation, one only your cat can initiate. 14. Leading you instead of following you. Many cats trail behind their humans like tiny shadows, but there's a deeper level of devotion that often goes unnoticed. When your cat takes the lead and expects you to follow. This is more than a request for food or attention. It's a sign they've accepted you as part of their colony. By guiding you to a favorite spot, like a sunbeam or window perch, your cat is including you in a ritual they usually keep private. It's their way of saying, "This space matters to me, and I want to share it with you." Instead of redirecting them, play along. Follow their lead as if they are giving you a personal tour of their world. It builds trust and shows that you respect their inner life. 13. Choosing to ignore you on purpose. This one sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out. Cats who feel insecure or anxious will constantly seek reassurance, checking to make sure you're watching them. A cat who truly trusts you, however, will occasionally choose to turn their back or occupy themselves elsewhere. It's the feline equivalent of saying, "I know you'll be here when I return." In multi-cat households, this behavior is often reserved for littermates or bonded partners. So if your cat sometimes sits in the same room with you but doesn't demand attention, take it as a quiet sign of devotion. They feel safe enough to let their guard down completely. 12. The shared silence ritual. There's a unique kind of bond cats form with humans who understand the value of stillness. If your cat seeks you out specifically when you're meditating, reading, or just sitting quietly, they're showing devotion in one of the most subtle ways possible. In feline society, sharing a completely silent moment together is a profound act of connection. It mirrors how cats in the wild will sit side by side while hunting or resting, relying on nonverbal trust. When your cat joins you in this way, don't break the spell by talking or petting them right away. Simply share the quiet. It's their version of holding hands. 11. The half-tail lift greeting. Most people know a fully raised tail is a happy cat signal, but there's a much rarer variation, the half-tail lift. This subtle motion happens when a cat approaches you with their tail partially raised and slightly curved at the tip, like a question mark that never fully forms. This isn't just friendliness, it's vulnerability. A half-lifted tail signals that your cat is feeling a mix of excitement and deep attachment, almost like a shy smile. Many cats reserve this gesture for the person they trust most. The next time you see this understated tail position, acknowledge it with calm body language and a soft voice. Your cat will feel understood on a level words can't reach. 10. Exposing their back instead of their belly. We've all heard that when a cat shows their belly, it's a sign of trust. But here's one few people know. When a cat deliberately sits with their back facing you, they're actually demonstrating an even greater form of devotion. In nature, a cat's back is their most vulnerable area, and they only turn it to companions they trust completely. It's like saying, "I know you'll protect me, even when I'm not watching." This behavior often goes unnoticed because humans interpret it as indifference. In reality, it's a quiet, powerful vote of confidence. To honor this gesture, don't try to reposition them or lure them to face you. Let them keep their back turned and maybe even sit alongside them. It's a subtle way of speaking their language. 9. Mid-sleep adjustments to stay close to you. While most people notice when their cat curls up against them at bedtime, few realize how telling the micro movements during sleep can be. If your cat shifts slightly in the middle of the night, tucking a paw under your hand, draping a tail over your ankle, or subtly leaning their head against you, it's a deep expression of devotion. Cats are incredibly sensitive while sleeping, and these unconscious adjustments mean they're instinctively seeking your presence for safety. It's as if, even in their dreams, they want reassurance that you're near. The next time you wake up to find your cat touching you in some small, deliberate way, know that you've become their chosen guardian in both waking and sleeping worlds. 8. Offering their favorite spot without fanfare. Here's one almost everyone misses. When a cat voluntarily vacates their favorite perch or sunny patch as soon as you enter the room, it's not random. They're offering you prime territory, a gesture that mirrors how wild cats show respect to the dominant member of their social group. Most people misinterpret this as the cat being fickle or restless. In truth, it's a quiet gift. By surrendering their preferred space, they're saying, "You matter more to me than this comfort." To reinforce this devotion, acknowledge their sacrifice, maybe by petting them gently or speaking softly. These subtle thank yous deepen the unspoken bond between you. 7. Bringing you invisible gifts. Most cat owners are familiar with the dramatic display of a dead mouse or bug presented as a gift. But cats have a much subtler way of offering devotion that's almost always overlooked: the invisible gift. Sometimes your cat will approach you, pause with an oddly formal posture, and make a specific set of movements. A slight head dip, a quiet chirp, maybe even a slow circle around your feet. They aren't hunting or begging, they're symbolically presenting you with something only they can imagine. It's a behavior rooted in the wild, where cats offer prized items to those they trust most. In a domestic setting, it's a purely symbolic act, a performance of love rather than an actual delivery. Many humans mistake this for quirky or meaningless behavior, but it's actually a moment of profound emotional sharing. Treat it as you would a real gift. Smile, speak softly, and acknowledge it. Your cat will feel understood in a way few people ever manage. 6. Echoing your daily rhythms. Cats are creatures of habit, but when your cat starts subtly syncing their schedule to yours, it's more than routine, it's devotion. You might notice that they rise shortly after you wake, rest when you settle in to read or work, and become alert again when you start moving around. This isn't coincidence. In the wild, bonded cats will align their activity patterns for safety and companionship. By mirroring your rhythm, your cat is silently saying, "We are one unit, and I belong with you." The key detail to watch for is timing. If your cat anticipates your transitions, getting up moments before you do or appearing at the door just as you're about to leave, it means they've attuned themselves deeply to your life. This level of synchronization is one of the most powerful, if quiet, declarations of loyalty. 5. The vanishing guard behavior. Some cats, especially cautious ones, will follow their humans from room to room almost like tiny bodyguards. But there's a little-known twist to this behavior that signals deep trust: the moment they stop shadowing you. When a cat who usually keeps tabs on you suddenly chooses to remain in another room, it isn't detachment. It's proof that they now believe you can handle yourself. They're confident enough to let you move independently, just as they would with a fellow cat they respect. The transition is subtle, and many people misinterpret it as their cat becoming distant. In truth, it's a graduation ceremony of sorts. Your cat has moved from protective watchfulness to peaceful companionship. It's their way of saying, "I no longer need to guard you because I trust you completely." 4. The paused purr moment. Most people think of purring as a steady, continuous sound of contentment, but when a cat briefly pauses their purr mid-petting, just for a heartbeat, it's actually a secret sign of devotion. This pause isn't negative. It's a moment of heightened emotion, almost like a human catching their breath when overwhelmed with joy. The cat's nervous system temporarily resets before the purr resumes, often deeper and richer than before. The next time you hear this subtle break, don't assume your cat is annoyed or wants you to stop. Instead, continue with gentle, consistent strokes. You've just witnessed one of the rarest indicators of a cat feeling truly safe and deeply connected to you. 3. Inviting you into their hidden world. Cats are masters of secrecy, often keeping certain hiding places completely private. But when your cat suddenly brings you to one of these spots, whether it's under the bed, behind a curtain, or inside a closet, it's a profound gesture of trust. In feline society, revealing a hiding place is akin to sharing a diary entry. It means they've decided you are part of their inner circle, someone who deserves to see the vulnerable corners of their world. When this happens, respond with quiet reverence. Sit calmly near the spot without intruding too much. This will reinforce the bond and encourage your cat to keep sharing more of their private world with you. 2. Quiet vocal mimicry. Many people notice when their cat meows loudly to demand attention or food, but few recognize the significance of quiet mimicry. This happens when a cat subtly matches the pitch, rhythm, or volume of your voice over time. It's not random noise, it's an act of devotion. Cats who feel deeply connected to their humans will adjust their vocal patterns to harmonize with them, creating a private language that no one else understands. Listen carefully during calm moments. If your cat's meows seem to echo your tone or even the melody of your speech, you're experiencing one of the most intimate forms of feline bonding. It's like a musical duet only the two of you can hear. 1. Waiting in doorways, not windows. Many cats perch on windowsills to watch the outside world. But when your cat chooses to wait specifically in a doorway instead, it's a highly symbolic act of devotion. Doorways represent thresholds between spaces. By stationing themselves there, your cat is essentially guarding the boundary of your territory. They're not watching birds or strangers. They're waiting for you. This behavior often goes unnoticed because it blends into daily life, yet it's one of the clearest signs of love a cat can offer. The next time you see your feline companion sitting quietly in a doorway, pause for a moment. Recognize that they're not just resting. They're silently standing watch, ensuring that wherever you go, home remains safe and welcoming. And there you have it. Those are the ways your cat shows devotion. Curious for more insights? Discover the warning signs you might have missed, or learn how you can make your cat feel safe and loved. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.